It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. Well, this defense for the Bucs, much improved from week one. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards. As a defense, what a nuisance when you look on the other side and they've got a tight end that can run a post route like that. And you felt the ground shake, didn't you? Oh, you've been all the way up here in this booth. How about when he grabbed the football? You could see the terror as everyone was thinking, do I even want to try and tackle that big man? A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Now receiver in motion left. Pollard will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off. And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And some room to work. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. Looking to throw. Edmonds. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. On 1st and 10, Edmonds. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Here we go, here we go! Hey, MrSaratoga's!
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Edmonds looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. This is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. Pretty effective opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the touchdown run earlier, and if he pops more of these 10 to 20-yard carries, could be a long game.
Yeah, those types of explosive runs wear down a defense. I think they need to add more people to the box, closer to the line of scrimmage, force them to throw the football, and see if they can slow them down that way.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. This one caught downfield by Higgins. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. picked off by Troy Pride. And the Bucs are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
That winds up pushing it back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. But when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
It's caught by Mike Evans. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Hey, check that, street.
On the handoff, this is White. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Okay, ready?
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
To throw on second down, Edmonds. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the give, it's White. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Edmonds. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. This will be from 49 yards out. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Prescott. And this is incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On the draw, it's Pollard. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Prescott from the gun. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Buccaneers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Edmonds. It's caught by Hooper. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Edmonds. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. A final shot before break. Edmonds. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Austin Hooper. As time expires in the first half. And the Bucs get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half. And now they'll elect to go for 2 and try to cut into this lead a little further before they head to the locker room. A final shot before break. Edmonds, incomplete. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So this just a 5-point game as we resume action in this second half on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Bucs take over first down 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Let's go
The
now.
Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first two quarters, they had two costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it'll be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. If you keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
19 strikes. 19 strikes. Leave the work. Leave the work. 19.
From the gun on third down, Edmonds. And this is going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I think someone's going to get into QB1-0 when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
First and 10 at the 6-yard line.
Down to the 42, second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Prescott. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. T. Higgins, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
23 yards, the final tally.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right, then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. Edmonds. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. Third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Off play action. Edmonds. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And this is going to be a Bucs 1st down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for him.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they'll get him down right around the 16.
Does a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here we go.
Second down and 8.
Check pass. Check pass.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. It's their quarterback with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Buccaneers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field, and of course for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Back to throw. Edmonds. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42. A third down gain of 19.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Off the play fake, Edmonds. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
19-7.
Now a give to White. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Cut 19.
Looking to throw. Edmonds. This is caught by Evans. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 21. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
No read, go.
First down, here's White. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Evans in motion left. They'll pitch it out to White. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive. The bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
We all just got to